Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and Trueworth's charge of. Hope you're well. How's everybody doing? Thumbs up. Okay, if you're not, thumbs down. And Diva is all good. Okay, guys, thank you. We're going into day 2. And we're going to spend some time just making sure that we are all on the same page. And I've just seen with the previous team now, the changing to a different way of collection is not easy. And I don't want you guys to beat yourselves up. It's not easy. I see that. I've seen it now with the teams even last week on the RCS side. It's not easy. It takes a while. And so team leaders and 2 ICs, you play a very, very important role. That every day, as I said, tomorrow in your buzz sessions, please open examples of the treatment plan if you can see it, or whatever we've learned as a technique. And then, you in your buzz sessions, and I'll talk to you about some of the things that you just need to do on a daily basis. Remember, things become a habit after 28 days of just constant practice. And we want to be number 1 consistently. We want the agents to be, you agents to be earning comms every single month. The 2 ICs and team leaders as well. So this is critical that we embrace the change. It is different to what you're used to. I acknowledge that. As I said, we've tested this method already in January with the Tenacity team and Westbank team, ICAN team, if I'm not mistaken, not ICAN, Kiro, etc. Not easy. So, but if you speak to those guys over time, it becomes a habit. Okay, so let's just go quickly through what we've spoken about. What a smart agent is. Smart agent, with the help of the team leaders in your team, it's important every day to know that today is the 28th, the 29th. What is unique about Trueworth's charge of? Do you get handovers now? Do you get it on the 12th? Or, what kind of campaigns are you busy with now? Can anybody help in answering me there?
Okay, Craig, I'm going to assist you.
Yeah.
So towards charge off, currently we're not getting any handovers. We
Okay.
lost mandate on this book. So we're only maintaining the paying accounts and accounts where we already received handovers previously, but we don't have arrangements on them.
So it's paying accounts. So there's lost mandate. No new handovers. It's paying accounts, and also, so you work in accounts where there's no arrangements.
Yes, but we got only 556 accounts where there's no arrangements.
Right. Okay, cool. Anything else? Is it in total? How many accounts do you have? Do you know? You don't have to.
I know. I can tell you. I've got it.
No, I don't need to know it now. You can always message me just now. I just want to understand. So we're working with paying accounts. So what would your campaigns be?
Okay, so we've got on defaulters, we got 2,931 accounts that we have paying, but they're not in arrears, but that's 3,380 accounts. So we work active. On our active campaigns, we get our normal defaulters as well as our reminders. We work defaulters on its own, and we work a handover all campaign. So there's only 3 campaigns that they work.
Is it so? But there's no new handover.
It's a handover all campaign. So that 556 accounts that has no arrangement, that falls under the handover all accounts.
Okay. Okay, so let me test my understanding. You've lost mandate, correct? You're now working accounts that you have already that's paying, and accounts that you have with you, but there's no arrangements in place. Am I correct in my understanding?
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
are.
In the accounts that you have, there's defaulters, correct? And the accounts that are paying that are not in arrears. Is that correct?
Yeah, because remember, these are charge-off accounts. So remember, they will have to settle with us in order for the account to go back to the EDC.
So when you said earlier on they are paying but not in arrears, what does it mean? There's 3,000 accounts.
Okay, so those accounts, remember, when their accounts came to us, they had an arrear amount. But because it was charged off, remember, only when that account is settled and paid in full can we give it back towards, because those debtors aren't able to purchase on these accounts again. Whereas in online, when they settle the arrears, they're allowed to purchase. But with the accounts that we work, they'll have to reapply for credit.
And finally, thank you for that. And do you offer discount settlements?
We have a 20% discount settlement on this.
Okay, so as a smart team leader, what method did I use as a smart agent with you just now? It's right in front of you.
You asked me my strategy.
Yeah, so which part of me being a smart agent did I use with you as a technique? First of all, secondly, who was doing all the talking?
Me.
Awesome. So do you see what I mean by smart collector as well? I was asking you questions, you were doing giving me all the answers, right? And guess what I also did with you is, as you gave me information, I was trying to indicate to you that I'm listening to you by repeating the information you already given to me. Does it make sense? So that's a very good example of what we should be doing during our calls, especially when it comes down to what was the reason for you not paying? Why did you stop paying on this date? Right? Why are you paying this amount? Oh, so you're paying this amount because of, right? Does it make sense? Secondly?
Yes.
You see, so I was just trying to display. Thank you for the information. It helped me a lot. But the whole idea behind it was also to kind of display what active listening can be like. It's not only about us talking all the time. So I was pretending to be the collector. I'm gathering information. I've now recorded the information as well. And so obviously you're responding differently. And you'll see just now how this plays out. Okay, but thank you for that. It's very useful. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. I just have to sort out the connection. Just 1 second, please. Okay, sorry for that, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm having fun with the internet and load shedding, so really sorry about that. Okay, but I think, guys, being a smart collector, Segri just helped us. We're working in a very unique environment. So Segri, the testing that I've listened well as a smart agent, and I'm hoping you'll call me a smart agent afterwards, that you work various campaigns, you're no longer getting new handovers. So obviously it's important for us as a team that we're getting the accounts that are paying, getting them to settle, right? Because that's good for our income and whatever the case may be. And they are also paying accounts that we have to kind of manage to make sure that they continue paying. Then the accounts that do not have any arrangements, and those are the accounts that we will be working. And obviously the other campaigns we work in, the guys that do have arrangements that are not, that's kind of defaulting on the arrangements. And then we also do offer on the odd occasion discount. So that's important for me. Important skill for me to have as a smart agent is to ask these questions. Remember, the rule around it is ask a question that you have an answer for already. So we'll talk about that just now as we look at the C4. Ask about their last payment if it's available. Check if they're receiving SMSs and emails, and also check if they understand consequences. But I'll show you now how we normally do it and how we're going to do it going forward. Regarding the money, we are clear what amounts we need to be asking, working in our charge or space. We want to get them down to settling. So the higher the amount we negotiate, the better for us. Method of payment, I think that you guys have been telling me quite clear. If there's any opportunity for a discount, let's offer that for them to them, which will then help us achieve our goals here. Most importantly, on the two last ends of the R for refer and treatment plan, in your call with them, always try to refer the debtor to actions that they've made or things that they've said in the past, that's recorded on the treatment plan in your negotiation, such as the default reasons they used the last time, asking whether they receive emails or SMSs, because these guys sometimes pretend they've never heard of us before. And I think if you just kind of realize your role as a smart agent is that we are thinking now all the time. We need to move away from where we just going through a script to where we're now asking questions on information that's lying in front of us. And that's not easy. I can already tell you now. Please be warned, this is not easy. Okay, but Segre and the team is going to guide you through this. We're going to go through the screens every day. We're going to follow all the techniques that we're going to share with you. We've now figured out what campaigns we're working, so you should be comfortable with that. We're going to talk today on how you're going to use this, the treatment plan. And then there are going to be certain outcomes. You're going to speak to the right person. Sometimes you speak to a third party. Sometimes you'll speak to the right person, but they ask you to call back. And then sometimes they'll drop the call. So that's kind of the stuff that happens to us when we are dealing with the collections, with debtors. And thanks, Agri, for giving us a lekker example here. Can you just confirm that this is a charge of account? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to quickly, I'm going to share with you how we can use this as a smart agent. Now, obviously, we got very little time during the call or before the call, and for that reason, we've done the color coding for you. So you can see here the arrangements. Orange could mean that there was some sort of arrangement. You can see there's a debit order that's due on the 25th of September. Right, so you can see there's something happening in the August space that it's cut orange moving towards red. There was some work done on the 23rd of August with this debtor, but we've seen the previous month is the debit order came back unreturned. So there's a strong possibility that there's going to be a problem here going forward. We also noticed that there's been a payments made up until April, so something happened here. Why did they stop paying after April? So that's a question I'm going to ask. What's happened after April? I've then thankfully, Segri, this is good to see that the team updated this, but financial issues doesn't help me. Unemployed does help me, but now I'm going to say, well, you're unemployed in the 8th of August. That's what the last he told us. But when was your last payment? Right, 28th of August. So you tell me you're unemployed and then you pay a few days later. That's interesting. And then another challenge that if I was a team leader to say, look, why is 860 the minimum amount? And they owe us 8,300. Why did we ask for 200? Now it could be, so the reason could be that we tried to activate the account, or we've tried to activate the account. Yes or no, and but we know there's a debit order issue. We need to sort that out, and we also know that there's quite a few SMSs in going to this account. Another thing that stands out is there's no email address. So there's been attempts made by the dialer to call. Last time we did make contact, and the promise to pay was captured. So yes. So what would this call be? Anybody? What would be the purpose for this call? Anyone? Why are we calling this data? Go for it.
Hi, Craig.
Hi.
Yes, we're calling this data because she defaulted. She was supposed to pay on the 26th 200 Rand of August.